Everyone warns you about the freshman 15 going to college. Your friends, your family, people who've been to college before you, they all warn you about the effects of the freshman 15 and how you shouldn't gain that little extra weight. But that wasn't necessarily the problem for me. I had become depressed, and due to that, I had lost a significant amount of weight. To overcome this, I needed my friends and prayer. This testimony today, I hope that you'd use in your daily life, and to know that nobody should go through depression alone. It was my second semester of freshman year, and I was a biomedical science student with aspirations to be a doctor. I was an athlete too. I was doing well in my classes and on lacrosse. It was the first couple weeks of semester that I was getting A's on my quizzes and on my first midterms. And lacrosse was going really well for me too. I was one of the only rookies to make my first team. Everything was going pretty well until I injured myself. I was heading straight to goal at full speed, and I didn't notice that there was a huge mountain of snow in front of me. As I ran at full speed towards the goal, I tripped over the mound of snow and I landed directly on my knee, on my left knee. I tried to get up, but I couldn't. And at that moment I thought, is this the end of my athletic career? Am I done? They rushed me to medical and they told me that my left knee, my patella, to be specific, had shifted to the left, and that it affected all of my muscles into my lower back, and there wouldn't be a chance of me playing into my first game. I was crying. They told me that maybe if I do PT, which is physical therapy, 4 times a week, I'd maybe be able to play, and I took that risk. After that day, I wasn't that bubbly person that I was. We got into the tougher material at school, and even though I was doing PT 4 times a week, so I felt like I was drowning in school. My grades were really bad, so I just said, hey, there's nothing left for me to do, might as well just focus on lacrosse. Which is not really like me, because if anybody knows me, I take my education very seriously. PT was only getting worse for me too. I felt like every strength challenge was just making me weaker and weaker. A week before games, I begged my doctors to let me play. And after all the begging and crying, they finally let me play. But I had to wear a huge brace. I was scared because 1, I didn't want this brace to bring me down during games, and 2, I didn't even know where my position was on the team anymore because I hadn't been there in weeks. On our way to Santa Barbara, which was our first tournament, people started to notice that my demeanor and my physical appearance had changed. The first person to notice was my coach. He'd come up to me and give me motivating speeches, and I'd wonder why he was doing this. He'd be like, are you okay? Is everything okay with you? And I'd tell him, yeah, I'm fine. Why are you asking?